Alrighty then. Successful Indie Author 5-Minute Focus, episode 891, The Philosophy of Max. And this is my philosophy for running your author business. This is what you need to do. And usually I don't tell you have to do this, but you want to maximize your revenue and maximize your business. Here's what it is. You want max revenue per property. A property is a book, and usually let's say a full-length book. So you sell 10,000 copies of that ebook. That's great. But how about if you sell 10,000 copies of the paperback too, and then the audiobook, and then the German translation, the French translation, the Spanish translation, and then the large print version? And what about a graphic novel version? One property and all these different revenue streams. Audiobook, but audiobook via ACX, audiobook via Spotify, audiobook via YouTube, all different kinds of ways you can get revenue from that single property. So max revenue per property. And then you want maximum sales to the minimum number of buyers. So this is where the quality comes in. You can't just keep pushing out crap and say, hey, I have 20 books, I have 50 books, I have 100 books. If they're not good, nobody's buying them. You want the people to buy the next book because they love this book. So write a lot in order to learn how to write better, and then write better. Write great stories that are written well, that flow well, that readers will read, love, and want to buy the next book. So that's maximum sales to the minimum number of buyers. It's so much easier to sell 10 books to one person than it is one book to 10 different people. So one book to 10 different people. Well, you also want max number of buyers. You want to sell 10 books to 10 different people, and then 100, and then 1,000, and you want to build your foundational readership. So you want a maximum number of buyers after you've already established maximum sales to a minimum number of buyers. Now increase our number of buyers because now we know we have a good property and a series of good properties, the books that people want to read. And then finally, max profitability. This is where you dig into your business, your core business, and figure out how to make the most money while doing all of these other things. This is where you hire out because you make more writing a story than you do doing all the marketing, than doing the newsletter, than doing the social media interactions. So now you're hiring out things that you don't make as much money from. So you pay other people to do this. You pay them $25 an hour. Whereas if you can write constantly, you're making $100, $200, $500 an hour for a quality hour of writing. So maximum profitability. You cut those expenses that aren't giving you a return on your investment. Maximize your ROI, your return on investment. So when you spend money, are you getting money back? So when you invest in a narrator, are you earning out? As in, do you sell enough audiobooks that it pays for that narration and then starts to go into the gravy train where it's all profit after that? Same with the paperbacks, custom hardcovers, all different kinds of ways you can monetize. Now they come at additional cost because your cover designer will have to change the sizing and the language. If you have German translations of your book, you need the German on the cover. Makes it sell a whole lot better than using English on the cover and saying, no, it's really in German. No, make the cover in German. So there it is, the philosophy of max revenue per property, max sales to a minimum number of buyers, max number of buyers, and then finally, max profitability. Philosophy of max. Adhere to it if you want to make as much money as you can in this business. Peace, fellow humans.